The neighbor who broke my daughter's arm unaware I'm the county sheriff. The October breeze carried the scent of fallen leaves through Oak Ridge Estates, a quiet suburban neighborhood in upstate New York. I stood on my porch, watching my 5-year-old daughter, Lily Carter, skip down the driveway, her auburn pigtails bouncing with every step. Her laughter was my anchor, a reminder of why I kept fighting as Madison County Sheriff. But that day, I had no idea our lives were about to unravel because of a neighbor's vendetta woman who thought she could control everyone, including my little girl. Lily clutched a crayon drawing from her kindergarten class at Pineview Elementary. "Look, Daddy, it's us and Mommy in heaven," she chirped, holding up a picture of stick figures under a lopsided sun. My throat tightened. My wife, Emily, had died in a hit-and-run 3 years ago, leaving me to raise Lily alone. At 52, I'd seen the worst of humanity in my 20 years on the force, but Lily's smile made it all worth it. She was my reason to keep going, even when the weight of single parenthood and my demanding job threatened to crush me. As we headed inside our cozy, split-level home, I noticed Evelyn Harper, our neighbor, glaring from her immaculate lawn across the street. Evelyn, 65, was the iron-fisted president of the Oak Ridge Homeowners Association. With her silver hair in a tight chignon and her perpetual frown, she ruled the neighborhood like a dictator, issuing fines for untrimmed hedges or kids' bikes left on driveways. She'd lived here for a decade, childless and widowed, pouring her energy into enforcing her vision of suburban perfection. "Sheriff Carter," Evelyn called, her voice sharp as a blade. She clutched a notebook, her weapon of choice for documenting infractions. "We need to discuss your daughter." I sent Lily inside to wash up and faced Evelyn. "What's the issue now?" I asked, bracing myself. "It's Lily," she snapped. "She's been riding her scooter through my rose garden. My award-winning hybrid teas are suffering because of her carelessness. Her roses, pristine and orderly, looked untouched to me. Evelyn, Lily sticks to our driveway or the community park. She hasn't been near your garden." "Don't lie to me," she hissed, her cheeks flushing. "I have cameras, and I'll be reporting this to the HOA board tomorrow. You single fathers let your kids run wild, and it's ruining our property values." Her words cut deep. I wrestled daily with guilt over not being enough for Lily father, mother, and protector all at once. "Evelyn, she's 5. Kids play. Let's keep this reasonable." "Reasonable?" she scoffed, loud enough for neighbors to peek through their blinds. "That fatherless child is a menace. Oak Ridge deserves better than your sloppy parenting." The insult "fatherless child" hit like a punch. My fists clenched, but years of training kept me calm. "Go home, Evelyn," I said coldly. She smirked, undeterred. "This isn't over, Sheriff. I'll be watching her closely." Over the next month, Evelyn's obsession with us grew unsettling. She'd stand on her porch with binoculars whenever Lily played outside, scribbling notes. She once trailed us to the grocery store, claiming it was a coincidence when I confronted her. Lily noticed. "Daddy, why's the grumpy lady always staring?" she asked one night, her green eyes wide with worry. I forced a smile. "Some people have too much time, sweetheart. Just keep being you." But Evelyn's harassment was relentless. HOA complaints about our lawn's length, Lily's chalk drawings, even our mailbox's shade of blue. Each grievance forced me to attend hearings, stealing time from work and Lily. Then came the call that changed everything. I was at the sheriff's office, buried in paperwork, when my phone buzzed. Pineview Elementary. My heart sank. "Sheriff Carter, it's Principal Andrews," the voice said. "There's been an incident with Lily on the playground. She's hurt. Come now." I raced to the school, my mind spinning with worst-case scenarios. In the nurse's office, Lily sat on a cot, tears streaming down her pale face, her left arm bent at a sickening angle. "Daddy, it hurts," she sobbed. I held her gently, my heart shattering. "What happened, baby?" Through sobs, she explained. An older boy had nudged her on the slide during recess, and she'd fallen. The nurse, Mrs. Coleman, a veteran with 25 years' experience, pulled me aside. "Sheriff, I've seen countless falls, but this injury? It's not normal for a slide tumble. She's in too much pain." At the hospital, the doctor's words hit like a freight train. "Sheriff, Lily's radius and ulna are shattered, multiple fractures, like glass. This isn't typical for a fall from a 3-foot slide. She'll need surgery, pins, plates, and months of therapy." There's a chance she'll never fully recover her arm strength. I stared at the X-ray, Lily's tiny bones fragmented beyond recognition. As she slept in her hospital bed, sedated, I sat in the dim room, haunted by questions. How could a minor fall cause this? The next day, I interviewed the boy, a shy third grader named Tim. I barely touched her, I swear, he said, eyes brimming with tears. I just wanted to turn on the slide. She fell, but it wasn't high. His story checked out, corroborated by other kids. Something was wrong. That night, Evelyn called. "Sheriff, such a tragedy about Lily," she said, her tone syrupy with fake concern. "I was at the school, helping in the library. I saw it all through the window. That boy hardly nudged her, yet she collapsed like she was fragile. Odd, isn't it?" Her words chilled me. "What are you implying, Evelyn?" She paused. "Oh, nothing. Just strange how weakly she fell. Almost like she was already hurt." I hung up, my mind racing. Already hurt? I dove into an investigation, using every resource at my disposal. I reviewed school security footage, interviewed staff, and spoke to the playground aide, Mrs. Larson. She hesitated but finally shared a disturbing detail. An hour before the fall, I saw a woman talking to Lily by the fence. Older, gray hair in a bun, wearing a library volunteer badge. She was asking Lily odd questions about you, your work, your home life. My blood ran cold. Describe her. Mrs. Larson's description matched Evelyn perfectly. She was fixated on Lily, even checked her arm, asking if it hurt, saying she was a former nurse. I secured a warrant for the school's footage. What I saw made my stomach churn. There was Evelyn, cornering Lily during lunch recess, away from prying eyes. She spoke to her, then, in a swift motion, grabbed Lily's arm and twisted it hard. Lily's silent scream was clear even on grainy video. Evelyn glanced around, released her, and walked off calmly. Lily, terrified and in pain, hadn't told anyone. When Tim nudged her later, her damaged arm gave out, causing the catastrophic break. Evelyn had deliberately hurt my daughter, setting her up to look like a victim of a playground mishap. Rage surged through me, but I channeled it into building a case. I gathered witness statements, medical reports confirming the injury's severity, and hours of footage showing Evelyn's assault. I consulted the DA and child psychologist to protect Lily during the process. The day I arrested Evelyn, she was pruning her roses, smug as ever. "Sheriff, how's poor Lily?" she cooed. I snapped on the cuffs. "Evelyn Harper, you're under arrest for aggravated assault of a minor, child endangerment, and stalking." Her face crumpled. "This is absurd. I'd never harm a child." But as I read her rights, she unraveled. She needed to learn respect. Kids like her ruin everything. Her confession, caught on my body cam, sealed her fate. Evelyn's trial gripped the nation. Evidence of her months-long obsession with Lily photos, notes, fabricated HOA complaints painted a portrait of a woman unhinged by control. The prosecution, led by DA Rachel Moore, demolished her defense's mental illness claim. This was no lapse, Moore argued. Evelyn Harper stalked and attacked a 5-year-old to punish a father who defied her. She's a danger to society. The jury agreed, convicting her on all counts. Judge Callahan sentenced her to 12 years without parole for the first 6, calling her actions a vile betrayal of trust. Lily's recovery was grueling. 3 surgeries, countless therapy sessions, and nights of tears tested her spirit. Yet she persevered, her resilience shining through. Mrs. Coleman, the nurse, became a family friend, helping Lily with exercises disguised as games. 2 years later, Lily climbed the slide at Pineview's playground, her scarred arm weaker but functional. The crowd, teachers, kids, parents cheered. I wept, prouder than I'd ever been. Oak Ridge transformed after Evelyn's arrest. The HOA collapsed amid lawsuits, and the neighborhood bloomed with freedom. Kids played without fear, gardens grew wild. Lily, now 7, became an advocate for injured kids, her kindness undimmed. One night, as I tucked her in, she said, "Daddy, I'm glad this happened. It showed me I'm brave, and you'll always protect me." Her words healed wounds I didn't know I carried. Evelyn rots in prison, her appeals denied, her legacy one of disgrace.